Viongozi wa chama hicho wanazungumzia kuhusu mgomo unaoendelea pamoja na kifo cha daktari aliyeaga dunia hapo jana kutokana na virusi vya corona.
Exonerating themselves instead of looking for solutions. And my question is, are we bewitched as a country? Tulirowa na nani tafadhali? It is very painful. It is very painful. Extremely painful. When all this is happening, some governors are going to media and saying, healthcare workers should just relax. Let's finish with this BBI and then we can talk to you. That's extremely insensitive. And the lack of sense, and therefore it's nonsense for a leader to speak like that when healthcare workers are suffering and nobody is interested in the things we are saying. People are busy collecting signatures and therefore calling many people to a crowd and creating super spreader events. And those people coming from those signature collection events, they land in the hospital to be treated by the healthcare workers who are being mistreated by this government. It is extremely unfair, and the whole world should know that Kenya is murdering its own healthcare workers, and they are doing this without mercy, without any form of care. And to give you a picture of what our doctors have been going through in various hospitals, we have the young doctors here who will give you first-hand experience on what has been happening in the hospitals and in the healthcare facilities in this country. And allow me to invite Dr. Wangari, and then after that, Dr. Thiambo, the next she will give his official final remarks. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Wangari, and I was a classmate to Dr. Mogusu. One thing I'd like us to know from the get-go is Dr. Mogusu truly is emulation of service above. Even on his death, kept saying that we should, it was said that his last words were, save yourselves. That a doctor who diligently was our classmate, was our brother, fought for us in the most basic things, even in the university as a student leader, as the AMSUN Secretary General, that he had to lose his life fighting on the front lines, and that he's left home a young child and a wife who are still grieving and processing this moment. As unemployed doctors, it's unfortunate that nothing is really being done to ensure that we are employed. And even when we are employed, that nothing is being done, that in the event that we do contract the COVID virus, that at least there's health insurance to cover us, that at least even as we are employed, we have at least a permanent and pensionable contract, that we are able to work without the fear of leaving our families in economic turmoil, even when we pass on. Because currently, as we speak, we are still trying to raise funds to ensure that Mogusu's hospital bills are and that we're able to give him a So I'd like to pose this question. When we reach a point when healthcare workers are being told to save ourselves, are we really doing right to our nation? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, it is a sad day in the life of this country that this country can lose a 28-year-old son of the soil while serving the citizens who need the services. It is also very sad that someone can die. They are offering a service that they cannot afford. My colleague, my friend, my senior, Dr. Rogito Mogusu, could not afford the services that he was offering to the general public.
Hao ni maofisa wa chama cha KMPDU wakizungumza na waandishi wa habari.